Well, good morning. My name's Thomas Montgomery, and we're getting together for a few minutes today to talk about how to get funding to start or grow a business. Many individuals, entrepreneurs, small business owners, whatever label you want to give them, have ideas, dreams, visions, but often having access to capital to fulfill those dreams, visions, and plans is a barrier. So we're going to talk about the formula for funding, how anyone can qualify legally and ethically for business funding. In other words, how to create a fundable business. So, formula for funding, just think about any formula you might have learned in school. It's predictable, it's understood, it's not too good to be true. So today, briefly, we're going to go through what the formula for funding is and also give you some additional information. So rather, if it's you looking for funding to start or grow a business, or maybe you are one of our affiliates are paid 5%, 5 points for referring clients into their landing page. So regardless of which role you're in, let's talk about the formula for funding. Now, there's two rules I need to make sure that you know before we get started. And this is one when I talk to clients on a daily basis, this is an important one. Maybe it seems obvious to you, but trust me, it doesn't to everyone. Getting funding to start or grow a business is not predicated, it's not determined based upon how badly you want or need money. There's not a lender in the world that cares how badly you need or want money. They don't care. They want to know if you have a fundable business, and we'll define what that means as we go through. So, to accomplish having a fundable business, there's a formula that we need to follow. You might be surprised, a lot of people don't know what you and I know of what does it take to have a fundable business. If we don't know the formula, how can we expect to receive the benefits, the funding? Probably can't. So let's go through and talk about the formula for funding. It's based upon essentially two things: your loan package, which I'll define further in a moment, and your 3Cs. Those are the two aspects that determine how fundable a business is. Number one, your loan package. Number two, do you have the 3Cs? Now, it may be that you're not familiar with what that means. That's okay. We're going to go through it. And that's exactly what we do. When we applied for the grant and received the grant, it was predicated on the fact that there's a lot of entrepreneurs out there that lack the financial literacy. They don't know the formula for funding. So we teach it, and then we can assist in implementation if desired. So let's talk about a loan package. A loan package means that for our capital raise project, we have a well-developed business plan with financials. So a business plan needs to state, of course, who we are, what we do, how much funding we need, which is called uses of funds, sources of funds, where is it going to come from, and demonstrate our ability to repay that debt. So not all business plans are equal. Not all lenders require the same elements of a business plan, but we need to be able to communicate to the lender who we are and what we're doing with this business. From a financials perspective, there's historical and then there's projections. So historical would be, as of now, what are the financials of our business, like our balance sheet, for example. Now, often I'll have clients that say, well, you don't understand, it's a new business, there are no financials. Well, that's horrible. We're not going to get approved for funding. We need to create financials that accurately, legally, ethically show where we're at now, and then we can create projections of what will happen once we receive the funding. So that's a big difference between business funding and personal funding. If you try to go get a personal loan, the bankers, the lenders don't really care what you hope to have in the future. It's just based upon your current and your past. With businesses, we can literally get business funding even if our business has not been profitable in the past, based upon demonstrating in the loan package that when we get the money, here's how we're going to use it, and here's how the business is going to grow. So we said two elements, the loan package and then the 3Cs. Let's break down how we help with the 3Cs. In no particular order, the 3Cs. The first C is collateral. Collateral are those assets that are reflected on the business's balance sheet that we can pledge for collateral so the lender has some recourse, some way to mitigate the risk if we don't repay it. So we literally transfer legally and ethically assets to each client's balance sheet to make sure that they qualify with collateral. So that's the first C. The second C is credit. And no, we're not talking about personal credit. We're talking about business credit, such as Dun & Bradstreet, Experian Business, Equifax Business, and so forth. So one of the things that we do is we actually add trade lines under the EIN on the business credit so the business has a strong credit profile. So there's two of the three C's. We have the third one to go. The third one is capacity, and it's also sometimes referred to as cash flow. So to no surprise, lenders are worried about a borrower's ability to repay the loan. So what we do in our model is we actually add daily deposits into the business bank account. So of course that creates real cash the business can use, but as it's relevant here, it creates a strong fundable business because we've demonstrated that the business will have the ability to repay the loan back. The approach is to keep it as easy, simple, free, make it easily understood. So we worked with a 501c3 nonprofit. We've applied for and received the grant, and we're able to provide this program to help entrepreneurs with no upfront cost. And in fact, we have a team of funding advisors. All of our funding advisors have either worked in the banking environment and or the SBA. All of them have at least an MBA. All of them have at least a 700 credit score. And of course, we do criminal background checks. So our team of funding advisors know how to get funding, have a proven track record, and are trustworthy. So with that being said, if you're looking for funding for your business, let us help you with the formula for funding. Let's go through the easy action steps. The first thing that we're going to need you to do is to fill out a brief intake form. So if you go to formulaforfunding.com, it'll take you to just a simple landing page. It's going to ask you for your first name, last name, email, and phone number. That's it. Check the box, and then what will happen is you're going to get a text. The text is going to say, hey, do you want communication from us? You type yes, Y-E-S, of course. And then in about 1 minute, you'll receive the application to complete. Now, this is a simplified express application. Top half is about the business, bottom half about the business owner. Anything on the top half about the business that you don't know, that you don't have, you can skip, or even if we don't have a business yet, you're still eligible. The bottom half, though, is needed information, someone that owns 20% or more of the business. So simple to complete, probably will take you 3 to 5 minutes to knock it out. And again, no upfront cost. Well, what's going to happen then? Then, typically same day, but within 24 hours in most cases, you're going to get initial funding offers. So that's the initial funding that we call it first tranche, the initial funding that you qualify for right now. You'll get the offers without any hard inquiries. You pick the offers that you want, decline those that you don't. You can choose one, you can choose multiple. But at that point now, we've provided you an initial tranche of funding. We've got some momentum, but now we still have work to do, right? Because of those 3 bullets we just went through, none of them talked about building out your loan package. None of them talked about improving your 3 C's. But once we get past this point, now we're ready to roll up our sleeves and do the work. Through the grant, a promotion we have at this time is to do a $10,000 quick cash transfer immediately. So that way we're already showing results on the 3 C's. That $10,000, of course, impacts the collateral and capacity. It's not a loan, so it doesn't impact credit. But now we're already showing positive momentum within days of enrolling. So now the work needs to be done. So we need to build out the loan package for the business plan and financials. And then we also need to make sure that we are fundable in terms of the 3 C's, which we've covered, right? Collateral, credit, capacity. Normally, this is around a 30-day process. There's no risk to the participant. It's guaranteed. It's guaranteed. So with that, hopefully this has been a helpful few minutes to help you understand what is the formula for funding and how to contact us either by going to the website as shown, formulaforfunding.com, to fill out the simple application and or giving us a call. Thanks so much for your time, and we look forward to working with you. Bye-bye.